And Donald Trump wasn't in office.
It was the whole Desert Storm thing, which I guess isn't early.
Did you say less
2000s.
war?
Yeah, less war.
I mean,
there's the whole Desert Storm in Iraq thing that happened. And
yeah, there was definitely war.
I said less war, motherfucker. Less.
Your point
I didn't
sucks.
say no. I said less.
Well, currently we're not in war.
Technically not in war.
Syria.
No, we're not in war.
Iran. Iraq.
We're not invading. We're occupying some parts of Iraq. We're not in active warfare.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, bullshit. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah.
We are just occupying Iraq the way Russia occupied Crimea.
Is currently occupying Crimea, you mean?
The way we are currently occupying Iraq, you mean? Yeah. Watch in a couple of years, whoever the president, the last thing Trump does before he leaves office, he's like, Iraq? Yeah, it's ours now. We own it. If Putin can take Crimea, we're taking Iraq.
The last thing Trump's going to do before office is he's going to have papers burned as they haul him off in handcuffs, bro. Have you seen what's been going on?
Yeah. Yo, his lawyer ratted him the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his lawyer is a lawyer.
His lawyer's like, look, I, for years, because he hired me as his private retainer, thought that I had, it was my job to hide his dirty laundry. But he has left me to be, to the wolves, so here's his dirty laundry.
All of its 2 years of being unwashed glory.
That he never wanted to win, which was what everyone speculated. He wanted just publicity because he's broke and was trying to get a fucking apartment or a
tower done.
Yeah, a tower done in fucking in Russia. It's supposed to all be a deal with the Putin, and they've been talking this whole the great Putin. So it's just this big clusterfuck.
Politics for the most part.
It is politics. It's actually exactly what it is. Good stuff. What a twist.
We ended the last session as you were all in the bar talking to Caspa.
Is he choppy for anyone else? Or is it just me?
Alright, choppy.
It came through fine on my end.
We ended the last session with them in the bar and me having left for the.
You were about to leave. You hadn't left yet.
Oh,
My
well,
combat
I was in the middle of.
93.
I'm sorry, what was that, Taco?
My level on RuneScape is 93. I just signed in.
Jesus.
You got 5.
Sum your account for $5.
For $5.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'd buy that for $1.
No, I will. Let me go sell.
I'd buy that for a blowjob.
I'd buy that. For a blowjob.
Let me go sell my Torag set first, and then you can have my account.
So,
you were all in the bar. Anybody remember the bar's name?
I have it written down. Give me a second. I gotta look it.
We were going to the Confused Kitty.
I got it.
Believe we went to the Drunken something. Damn it!
So you went to the Loose Moral Woman.
A Loose Moral Woman? I wish that was the name of a bar. It might be.
It was not.
No, but,
Drunken Guru.
Drunken Guru, yeah, that's what it was. We went to the Drunken Guru after, yeah.
Yeah.
Found out about some things. You guys found out about my past as a pirate.
Then you got kicked out of your crew for the Me Too movement.
No, it's more like I betrayed the shit out of my crew.
After you essentially were cheated out of the booty.
rather large
name
sum
was
of
Janet.
rather large sum of
You
money
just
and
call her
treasure.
the
Yes.
booty.
But she had such a booty.
I mean, yes, everybody calls her the booty, but refer to her by name, please.
Look, I wanted some of that sea cow. Okay. The fucking damn it. Why's Carver got to be over here like, but she's my race. Hogging her all to herself and fucking did.
Hot dog down a hallway. All I'm saying.
I mean, honestly, with the probable size difference and the fact that it's, cow genitalia, I'm pretty sure it would be way more than a hot dog down a hallway. I'm pretty sure it'd be whale in space territory you'd be getting to.
I mean, you don't need to tell me about
A
your
dime
own
in a
size,
well.
okay? A dime in a well. Well, I'm just going off the account that actual human beings have actual coitus with actual farm life, so some hillbillies are apparently not as petite as you are.
Damn sheep fucker.
Yeah, but that sheep fucker's hung. If he thinks he's got a big enough unit to satisfy a sheep, hate to see what he does to his mama.
See, I don't know if they go out into the fields with the goal of
Let
satisfying.
alone its sister.
Right. Fair enough, Farquaad. It's more probably self-satisfaction.
Yeah, I was thinking like.
Could you imagine he's like, oh, I'm gonna satisfy this pig. They got 4-hour orgasms. I got work cut out for me.
Shout out to the pig. I'd probably go into a coma.
After a 4-hour bus session, yeah.
Oh my god, I have a great subject. I don't want to bring it up, but there was a guy who had like 60 orgasms a day. He just couldn't help it. Like he just like spasm and fall to the floor and like in front of people at his kid's birthday at his father's funeral.
Now see, I hear that, and
It was a real condition.
I know the condition. I hear that, and you add the word male, and I'm like, oh, that's so sad. I hear that you add the word female, I'm like, that is the hottest shit I've ever heard. That is sexy as fuck.
If you say that, he had a gender reassignment surgery.
That is sexy as fuck. No.
Now he's a female. So just
I'm
We're
glad you're
just gonna
sexist.
swap your ex. We're just gonna swap your wife for your ex.
so the more you know, enjoy. So carry.
I hit on that tranny on the way home from the Halloween party in Seattle.
I heard.
Although, in fairness to me, I hit on everybody at that party. I hit on Sapling's mom. I hit on Eddie's mom. Hit on Sapling's girlfriend. Eddie's girlfriend. The
Makes
only
me
person.
question if this is the first time that's happened and how many times you landed home runs.
Yeah, the only person I didn't flirt with was Joke's girlfriend,
Good.
Princess
Because
Peach.
she's like 12.
Yeah.
So, onto the thing.
All right.
You don't like tranny love? Fucking bigot.
So, you're all in the bar. Bar. Ooh, let the sheep in.
Well, I'm leaving the bar current, so
You're attempting to. It's a large room. There's a lot
I
of people in it.
am walking away from the table towards the door currently with nothing left to say for anybody else. So
And badonk. Yeah. For those sitting at the table, any thoughts, questions, statements, etc., things you've thought about over the last week and haven't been able to voice yet, yada yada yada.
No, we were just at the end of the situation, right?
Well, he's suggested that if you have any questions, anything you'd like to ask, feel free to do so now. If not,
Gotcha.
go away.
Yeah, I will stand up and go. Because I'm gonna follow. Like, hey, first mate, I'm gonna
Rack, you've just come in to this middle-class bar. Not a slum, but it's also not that rich, snooty place you were at earlier today. Something kiddie. It was gross and like velvet walls and crap and rich, snooty people everywhere. But you just walk in, and this place is full of, full of people. And there are a couple individuals in these thick, bluish clothes, deep cobalt blue clothes. They seem to be almost blocking the door as you come in. You're just behind them. And they seem to refuse to move for you.
Oh, so we're being blocked in.
That was for Rack.
No, that's for our new
Right,
person.
my bad. Fucking.
Rack?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on?
As you've just walked into a, I'll repeat what I just said because you clearly weren't listening the first time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I
cool.
wasn't.
It's cool. Crack. You walk into a bar. It's none of the there are two snooty bars. One of them's more like a dancer's den, a strip club, if you would. And the other was some kind of snooty, like, cabaret full of rich people. Both those places didn't tickle your fancy, so you've wound yourself up here at a place called the Drunken Guru. You figure it's a good place to get drunk. As you walk in, there are two individuals kind of blocking the door. Their backs are to you, and they are wearing thick cobalt blue clothing. And they seem to be reluctant to move. They literally tell you, fuck off, we're not moving. But they are blocking your entry to the bar.
I put my hand on one of their shoulders and say, "You want to move? I'm trying to get a drink."
Hey, pal. Go fuck yourself. We're working. You can wait.
I'm not your pal. And I want a drink.
And I'm not your fucking bartender, so wait! And like he's turned and he's like in your face now, like spit coming from his mouth as he's like, and I'm not your fucking bartender, and you can feel like spittle on your face.
I want to try and roll a perception check to see who else is with him.
Go for it. Roll a perception.
18.
Looking around, you can see a bunch of people wearing very similar clothes to him. I'd say maybe 70% of the people in this establishment right now are wearing the same colors he's wearing, almost like a crew uniform, if there were a thing. But when you walked in, there were two in front of you. You put your hand on one and said something. The one next to him is like, "Whoa, Dave, you're going off the deep end." And he's like stepped back. Like he's like, "Whoa, you're yelling in the stranger's face. We were just told to block the door." And he's kind of like he's now taking like 3 steps back. And in fact, Fink, this man bumps into you as he's backing away from the door. Oh, my bad. Maybe you should go near the door right now.
Well, say that's the only way out of here. So, excuse me.
Well, as you look, you can see what looks like there's quite possibly a fight about to break out.
Exactly.
So, back to the door. Crack.
I take out 3 gold. I say, "I've had a long journey. I just want a drink."
This man looks. The look in his eyes is like, "Motherfucker, I don't give a shit about your journey. I've had a long day too." And he just like slaps the gold from your hand. 3 gold pieces cling across the ground at your feet. He's got this look in his eye like, say one more word and I'm gonna fucking hit you.
I turn around as if I'm about to leave.
Are we within range to hear this?
To hear what?
Huh?
To hear what?
To hear him say one more word and I'm gonna fucking hate you.
No, he doesn't say that. That's the expression on his face.
Oh, okay.
Would I have noticed the fight, like them?
Yeah, as you're walking to the door, you could see some kind of commotion erupting. There were two dudes standing at the door. They looked like they might have been talking to each other or blocking the door in some way. You all noticed that these individuals moved in front of the door when you came in. When you and Casper walked in, when your group came in, people in blue had blocked the door to prevent followers or anything else. Almost as if commanded by Casper to do so.
Who looks like they're being angrier, like the aggressor, the dude with the blue uniform?
A lot of dudes with blue uniform.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The
From what you saw as you got up to follow Fink, you can see that there looks like there's somebody's trying to come into the bar, and this dude in blue, who you guys all saw close the doors when you came in, one of these dudes in blue is being a right asshole. For apparently no reason. Maybe the guy stepped on the back of his foot when he came in, and the guy's just real livid about it now, but there's something. It crawled up this guy's ass and died, because he is not happy.
Can I cast Charm Person on the dude who's fucking irate?
You could go for it. I'll have to roll a Wisdom check. With a natural 8. It did not succeed. Well, I assume it did not succeed. So, 10 total. Yeah, the guy has a +2 in wisdom. You'd think he'd be wise enough not to start a bar fight. But he's had a bad day. He was assigned to door duty. He's had a bad day.
It's a DC 13.
Better than shit duty.
Alright, so...
no, he'll be promoted to latrine duty after this, that's for sure.
Latrine duty.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. He's gonna have a shittier day tomorrow.
So you turn you turn your back to him to turn like you're walking away. Then what, Crack?
I look down at the gold and I turn back at him and I say, I don't have a lot of gold. I'm going to give you to the count of 3 to pick that up.
And I hear him like, yeah, I think you should. That'd be the, like,
that's like
in the back, like, yeah, get a little out of hand there, bud. Why don't you help pick up his money?
What?
Immediately, the guy seems as this strange tiefling fellow comes walking up behind him.
You just see
the expression on the guy's face goes from this angry, like, "Oh, that's it, I'm gonna hit you," and then this strange tiefling, not wearing blue, walks up behind him and he's like, "Hey, buddy, I think you should help this man pick up his money." And the guy's facial expression changes to, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, friend. Sure, I'll help your yeah, totally." He picked up your 3 coins.
Fink is already scooping up 1 or 2 of the gold and putting it in his own pouch.
Huh. Sorry about that. He didn't hurt you, did he?
You'd have to try. Is the way open for me to walk in?
Yeah, you could come into the establishment at this point.
I walk in. I push past the I shoulder him. I give him a good shoulder.
Apologize for your, and as he's walking by, be sure to apologize for your outburst.
The guard does apologize.
And I'll toss him this over here. Buy yourself a drink. Oh, calm down.
I catch it and go have a seat at the bar.
I was tossing it to the dude at the right.
The angry door guard.
Yeah, the one I charmed.
Well, it doesn't matter because Rack catches it mid coin flip.
Oh, it's like
thanks.
That what? Okay, at all. Like once he's passed, I'll toss another one. Look, that's for you.
I want to go sit down at the bar and offer the bartender this piece of silver. Nicest thing I can get with this coin.
And This establishment isn't known for their nicest drinks, but he does serve you a lot of drink for that coin.
Like floppy pillow.
Yeah. I down half of like the first pint.
This might sound kind of racist, but I don't see your kind around here a lot.
Because of assholes like that guy at the door.
Yeah, I think it's just a town.
And
Raise my eye to look at you sideways. He a friend of yours?
No, not at all. I don't even know him.
And why'd he show you so much respect?
Bink, as you're still attempting to leave, behind this, Crack,
Bink is still gone.
you haven't
Like, he's
described
kept
how you
walking.
look, Crack. So if you want to give a physical description of what you look like.
I'm 6'1", the fun. No. I'm a massive turtle. I have a wolfskin cowl, and it's also a cape along with it. I have.
Oh my god, he's Uguay.
I have a thick leather vest with 2 leather straps going across my chest, a red strap around my waist, and chain and leather leggings.
He might be a ninja.
He's first
And a
soldier.
large,
Mine.
massive hammer that has a axe blade on the backside.
Out of curiosity, what kind of shell do you have?
You wouldn't know, Amir. It's the first time you've ever met a turtle. You come from a mountainous region with kobolds, so you wouldn't know what a turtle is. Never mind, know that they have different shells. But for your players' sake, you could tell all the players. But just remember that your character doesn't know the difference.
I won't know the difference, but at least I'll have a physical description.
No, yeah, that's why I'm saying for your players' sake, your character won't know the difference, but for players' sake, you'll know.
I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. Good one. Get it back, because that's where the shell is.
Nice. No, when I made this character sheet, it didn't ask me that, so I'm gonna have to go look that up and add it. I forgot about that.
Not a problem.
If you were using D&D Beyond, it probably didn't until it came out as an
It
actual.
was the
No, I'm using
So kind of like a swamp turtle.
5th edition companion.
Ah,
That's also a picture I didn't post, so whatever that picture that is.
Yeah, very,
A real turtle. Yeah, that's me. I scooted on in.
Zed, you're still sitting at the table with Casper and Amir. And I guess Richter, since he's AFK, we'll just say he is still around.
Oh, here.
Or
drunk
anything
as a
like that.
fucking skunk right now.
Yeah, he's passed out drunk.
Here, this is half a picture. I'm not done with it. I can just add this.
The player art inside this chat ought to be a good place to send it.
Okay.
Player art channel, so we can pin it and everybody can use it as a reference to find what you look like when you're speaking. But like with all this commotion, people, there's like a crowd, and you're trying to push your way through it, and being of your stature, not the easiest. There's a lot of butts in your face.
I'm gonna just dip down and then go through the legs.
Again, they're not all standing like, you know, spread eagle. You know, trying to you're pretty wide. Like you got like large shoulders.
He's calling you fat.
As
Hold on.
As your halfling.
Halfling nimbleness. You can move through the space of any creature that is of a size larger than...
any singular creature. Sure, this is a crowd.
Damn it.
There's a difference between moving underneath one person and moving between dozens of them. There's a sea of legs, and some legs are just like one person's legs, the other person's legs. There's not a big enough gap, so you gotta find the gaps. Wait for one leg to move. Try and push it to the side.
Okay, so before any of that, how big is this crowd?
As the ensuing fight was about to start, you and Calico are pushing your way towards the door. A bunch of other people got up to be like, "Oh shit, there's a fight at the door!" So they've all moved, and there's like a semicircle blocking the door to watch the fight. Calico pushes his way just close enough to touch the guy whose back is like almost like front line type. The angry guard who was about to start the fight that people were circling around just barely gets enough to, convince the man to not be so hasty. Then those two individuals push into the crowd. As those two individuals pushed in, you're pushing through the crowd.
Actually, no. I was way in front of Calico. Like I was probably halfway through the bar by the time that Calico ever got up.
You were leaving at just leaving. Calico got up to follow you, so there's a hest in his step. He got up literally to catch up to you. So while you're just walking out, he's and there's that little jog pace.
Okay.
He's next to you. He sees the fight, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna walk past. He's like, I'm gonna try and defuse. So he again goes, gets that little step on, gets up there and goes, whoa, 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 don't fight, and then takes them back to the bar.
Well, then I'll just, if I can, just jump onto the crowd and walk my way out. Like, crawl on top of the people to get out.
Crowd surf?
Crowd surf.
Yeah, crowd surf. I'm gonna just crowd surf then.
Okay, which, if you were crawling, you wouldn't have seen, but as you climb up on top of somebody gets kind of angry that you're climbing up on him. You notice Casper. He stands up, whistles, checks his stands up, checks a watch, whistles, turns, and walks towards the back of the bar. Maybe 65% of the people in here stand up and start walking in that direction. Including some of the people you are standing on, who are now walking away from the door towards the back of the bar. So you're like crowd surfing across them, kind of like walking on the wrong side of the wrong way on an escalator. You're not making much ground towards the door, but you're also not going backwards. You're like, damn it, no, fuck, hui.
As they're getting up and
Oh no, I can't wait now. Oh, Jesus.
Can I catch the guy that I charmed before he leaves and be like, hey, where y'all going?
He's not leaving.
Oh, he's not leaving.
He was assigned to door duty. Him and the other guy are assigned to door duty.
Right. I should go ask him where they're going. It's like, hey, Mr. Turtle friend, I'll be right back. And I step away.
And as the crowd starts to clear out, you see maybe 4 or 5 faces start to filter into the bar with a bunch of civilians. But as you jump off the crowd, Fink, you're no longer on the crowd of people that are flooding towards the back of the bar, apparently using some kind of back entrance, or going, as if anybody's paying attention, it looks like they're going downstairs into a basement.
This ain't none of my concern. I don't.
But as you jump off the crowd, and the last guy goes, and you're like, Jesus, that was bad timing. You'll look towards the door, and there are fresh, bunch of civilians. You don't see anybody in thick blue clothes, but you do see one face, and then another face, and then a third face, and a fourth face that you do think you recognize.
Wait, who?
Think. There are more. As people left, people are now coming in. As there were people blocking the doors, preventing this crowd of people from coming in. Now that those people are gone, people are coming in.
Well,
And 4 of them do look like individuals you recognize. One of which, 3 of them come in. One comes in, finds a table, calls over another as they come in. And one's standing at the door, and he's looking down the road like he's looking towards someone.
I'm just gonna pocket my hands, turn my head down, and just walk calmly past the dude. Just keep my presence as little known as possible. Just like sink into the background, essentially.
You could make a stealth check if you'd like.
I actually would.
Doesn't look like it's gonna be easy because you're gonna have to. There are still people coming in. Not
That's
like
21.
Thick crowd
That's
of people.
21 on stealth.
There's not like a thick crowd of people coming in, but there are still people coming in. So you're gonna have to like push past somebody and then move past this guy, almost like shimmy style.
Bob and weave, bob and weave.
Shimmy, yimmy, yosh.
Yeah,
Shimmy.
no, I got a 21 on the roll.
As you get outside, you just managed to stealth past the guy, standing maybe 10 feet from the entrance door. Face looking at the wall, maybe 5 feet from the entrance, talking to somebody leaned up against the wall. You see a large minotaur female that you definitely recognize.
Fuck.
What do you do?
Would she be in the direction of the place that I need to get to, or is she like opposite? Can I turn?
You don't know. There is a road that goes, past her, or a road that goes away from her.
Yeah, and I ain't been in this part of the port much, son of a bitch. I need to get to Central West, I believe.
You don't know the fastest way there from here. You don't know this side of town. You could have asked Casper to have somebody take you. It would have been much faster. But now you're just wandering around, kind of lost and on city streets you don't know.
Well, you know what?
And you don't exactly have the best skill for.
Is she up the road or is she down the road?
She is 5 feet from the entrance. It looks like she was about to come in, saw someone she recognized, stopped to have a conversation with him. She's talking. She's literally right outside the door. As you are pretty much in the doorway with the man that you think you recognize when you see her.
Yeah.
So you haven't even made it to the sidewalk or road yet. Your stealth was good enough to get past him, but she is looking almost at the door. She has grabbed somebody just before they went in, put them against the wall, and seems to be having a conversation with them. Occasionally, she looks up and down the street to see who's looking at her. As far as you can tell, you've just got there. She hasn't noticed you yet, and she's in the middle of a sentence. You can't make out what the sentence is unless you stay there.
I don't know which side of the road that this bar is on, but I'm gonna guess the right side, and I'm gonna turn right and veer straight, like towards the center of Hammerfold. Hammerfold. Just fast pace walk that way.
So you walk out.
Just turn and go up the road until I see a decent turnoff to the west.
Turning and you're walking past the man that you were stealthing past.
Yep. I'm gonna continue to sort of stealth past him, but once I get out of his visual, his peripheral, I'm just calmly walking. Little bit of a hurry to my step, calmly walking.
As you leave the entrance of the bar, roll the natural 18. That's okay.
Shit.
As you leave the entrance of the bar, you hear a large, booming voice. She speaks out. Well, isn't this a marvelous day for meeting old faces?
Then I just keep walking, like I never heard it.
You just hear the tapping of her hoof on the cobblestone. Walk away all
Yes.
you'd like. It won't be hard
Keep-
to find what ship you came on. And I'll be
Just-
letting Carver know I saw you again.
At that mention,
The man in the door,
around.
the man in the door has drawn his weapon and he's looking around like, who, where, what?
I turn around.
The man sees you and he starts to freak out. He's like, how did you walk by me? Hey!
I look. I put one hand behind my back, and I
She's got
summon
this-
my scimitar.
She's got this dirty
I
smile.
pull it out, point it at her, and I go, I'll have you know that as of right now, I don't think that you want to be fucking with me in any way. I'm gonna give you a pass currently, but if you come after my ship or my crew, I'll be making sure that Davy Jones has no clue who he is.
Big words from a coward.
Well,
Go ahead. We all expect you to run away. It's what you're good at. And trust me, I will be coming after you and your ship and whatever mangly pirates you've got yourself tied in with this time. I said mangly, I meant mangy.
well, I still see you've got dick. Stab the sword into the ground and go, well, if you're gonna be coming after me, no matter what, I guess I'll be taking that galleon of yours a lot more directly than I thought first place.
I'd love to see you try.
And I'll be waiting for that. It's a date.
Anything you wish
Now,
I
if you'll
should tell
excuse
Carver for you.
I need to go talk to a very important. And I will spin on my heel and walk away. Same direction I was going.
And as you walk away, a few moments pass. As that's happening outside, or that's happening at the door, Jack, you have caught one of the men.
I'm sorry, what?
Jack.
Okay.
He's caught one of the deep sea.
Not the one that I was gonna the one that I charmed.
No, you went to ask the deep sea a question.
Oh, it was the one I charmed. I wanted to ask him if he knew where everybody was going.
Yes, he'll tell you gladly. Because while he is stationed to work here, he does know where they're going. They're leaving.
Just going back to the ships.
Well, no, they're dispersing throughout the town. A majority of us don't work on ships. We've been given to this part of the city as credence as claim, if you would.
Gotcha.
So our captain lays claim to the New Haven. Wait, this is Old Haven. Old Haven?
No, Old Haven was the Carver's place, right?
Yeah, this is New Haven. I thought.
Yeah, this is New Haven.
Okay, I was right the first time then.
Yeah. Does did you see a little halfling man come through here? Gates all tattoos on his arms.
There were lots of people that just came through. I was drinking with you.
He was leaving. Never mind. He's probably hard to spot. Thank you.
As you ask, you do look towards the door, saying he was leaving. And as you look towards the door, you see a large Minotaur woman. Who you
Oh,
recognize.
fuck. And I'm gonna head out the door.
You gotta walk faster.
I'm gonna go walk up to her and charm person.
Okay.
Oh, you should
Because
just
I
go
figure,
for it.
because he's talking to Fink, so
All the while,
Leviticus
Zedekias
is going to walk outside at this
yeah, Amir's
time.
with you. He wants.
So
Amir's
after you
going
see
with
the
you. He
large
wants
Minotaur
to-
woman walk in, you and Zed and Amir go outside.
I'm like back in and I'm like,
The man that bought you a drink and diffused the situation, Crack, he now seems
Yeah.
to be conversing or attempting to converse with some large Minotaur woman.
and just charm person, yeah.
This is either gonna go
Really bad.
fantastically, or we may need to get a new captain.
Yeah.
well,
She
it's
rolled a
13, so I can-
14.
Huh?
I said she rolled a 14 plus her wisdom.
Damn.
And what was your DC?
Let me.
Not high enough.
Yeah, I think the 14 beats it.
You done fucked up.
So she didn't even need her +1.
Let me see.
Look at the big balls on Brad.
Then I will stay back as far as I can cast the spell at range, but it's no, she passed, yeah.
Which I do
it's
believe,
only,
with the nature of charm person, she now knows that you attempted to charm her.
And yeah, it would be 13. Charm person. You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage. If you or your companions are fighting it, it fails. It does so with advantage. Yeah. If it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the end of the spell. The charmed creature regard when the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. It says so.
Otherwise known as.
Well, does a fail count as the spell ending? Not.
It doesn't say.
So instead of trying to hide from the woman that I was trying to sell you, you immediately interact
Yeah.
with her.
Well, Fink is. Did I see Fink?
No, you did not.
You never.
You never
Oh,
even you didn't see the discussion or anything that happened out on the street as Fink tried to get out
so I just
and
see
got
her-
caught. So she was on one side of the door. Fink was on the other side of the door. Like you couldn't see that they were hidden on either side of the door.
Okay, so I just
Just
see
on the
her. I don't
outside.
see Fink. Fuck, I thought I
Right.
saw
Fink walked off.
Fuck.
She walked in. Where she was 5
So-
feet to the left of the door, he was 5 feet to the right of the door. So looking out of the
Right,
door from the
okay,
inside of
so
the bar,
I
you
did-
couldn't see either of them, nor hear the conversation. Fink walked off. She walked in. You recognize her.
Okay, my bad. I thought I saw. I completely misunderstood what I saw. That's why.
That's why I re-explained it.
Can we redact
If you
that?
don't want to cast charm, it's fine.
No, I would like to just hurriedly walk past her because I like trying to keep my head down and away.
Stay
and
at the
not
bar.
out,
Stay at the
because
bar.
fuck her. I'd be like, I will tell my turtle friend, find me at the hand of God. Find me on the hand of God if you're looking for some work.
I raise my cup up to you.
Damn it.
So, Rack, you're told to meet on a ship called the Hand of God, if you're looking for work, by a strange tiefling fellow who bought you a drink after defusing what was inevitably going to be a fight.
And I will head to the ship.
What would you like to do?
I guess finish my drink. And I guess once I finish, I'll head for the Hand of God. I have no work right now.
Fair enough. Finishing your drink, sipping it down, You're the only one currently left in the establishment. Join me in divine intervention.
Dun, dun, dun.
Am I going to the
Hey, I
prison?
could drag you in here. I didn't know I could do that. That's fucking awesome.
Oh god.
I can force you to spend time with me. Blah. As everyone else has left, these four strange individuals, the Minotaur and her four flunkies are sitting at a table very close to you. You hear this large Minotaur woman tell one of her flunkies, "Follow them." And then he gets up shortly after Jack walked out and follows Jack.
Okay, yeah, see this? I'm gonna probably get up and
Follow that guy.
yeah.
All right, so just letting you know, because I didn't want them to know that they were being followed, but you did overhear because they don't think you're with them.
Yeah.
So you did overhear this large Minotaur woman who can't keep her voice down to save her life. It's more like, "Hey, follow them, ma'am. You should be whispering. I am."
What would have happened if he would have failed that check?
What check?
The what was it?
The stealth check to get through the door.
No, the one that he was trying to like befriend her. I forgot what spell he cast.
Charm person.
Charm person. What would have happened?
If he had cast it, well, she would have immediately been like, "Who casts a spell on me? You. Who the fuck are you, and why are you casting spells on me?" He was a slave. She's not going to remember the face of a slave. She's that kind of arrogant bitch. He was cargo. She's not. She doesn't remember his face.
And fair enough, I don't remember a lot of the waiters at restaurants either. So.
Right. So it's, he would have just been like, and if he had blurted out, "I was the slave that
he probably would.
So and so freed," she would have, "Really? Nice to know." Because legally, due to the laws in town, you're not allowed to fight.
Oh, I could have gotten in trouble earlier. Shit.
The fight, yeah, that's yeah.
I was considering it. I was like,
it was attempting. Do you know when you're in a city, do you fight an individual in a bar fight? And you did good by asking for the perception check and checking to see how many people are with him. I don't want to fight like 10 guys.
Yeah. Okay, we can head back then.
Back.
Steal. Hey. Hi.
I'm leaving the box delivery up to you guys. I already gave the key to Zed because he's the only one I currently well, besides Vez hasn't really done anything idiotic yet.
So you guys hit the streets. Vez and Zed, where are you heading?
Box delivery?
Not yet. I prefer to figure out some shit around town before we go doing that and poking any bears.
Do you tell this to Vez as you're walking alongside him?
Yes.
If you think I find that to be a good choice. Better to get the lay of the land before you decide to go looking for your quarry.
Always. That way, at least you know where to hunt them. Anyway, Vez, you're a cleric, right?
I mean, I do have some teaching from my.
Jack, you're heading to the ship?
Yeah, I'm gonna head to the.
Why don't you come with me and I'll show you a way I use to make some spare cash from time to time.
Alright. Don't know if you remember this, X, just out of character. Well, actually, I'm just going to tell you in character. I mean, I do have some training from my clan's chieftain, but for the case of healing, I only have the bare minimum. My skill is in hunting down game with the arrow and bow. And should
Yeah, but
quick tidbit,
stand
he's a
there
ranger.
and look herby.
Stand there and look for what?
Look herbal. Is a joke. Never mind.
So where are you guys trying to head to?
We're gonna go to. Oh wait. Give me a second. I gotta look up. I got it written right here. The Weary Nymph.
The Weary Nymph.
Yep.
That sounds very rapey.
It's
I'm not the one that made his name.
Why are you so defensive?
Just throwing that out there.
Very defensive,
I'm
man.
not the one that made that name.
Very
Tutorial.
Why are
I'm
you
not the
going
one
to
that made
be
the name.
defensive over that?
You arrive at the Weary Nymph just down the street from the Smiling Dancer. Okay. There are scantily dressed men and women on display in the windows.
This is the wrong one. I'm pretty sure. Wait. Now, Zedicus would remember. I wouldn't, because I'm stoned. Which one was the rich person bar that the dock worker told him?
The Confused Kitty. It was
The
too.
Confused Kitty.
Yeah, it's where
Which is
Casper
the
wanted
one
to
we're
go,
at.
but it's too high class for your crowd. So he took you
I
to
got
the Drunken Guru. The Confused Kitty is the. That's why
As
I
we
told
approach it,
Brack he just
Zedicus-
came from the Something Kitty. Both the Weary Nymph
As-
and the Smiling Dancer is more like the strip club. The Weary Nymph is a whorehouse, a place of lady favors or male favors. Not going to be sexist.
depending upon which you favor.
Depending on your favor.
Zedicus chuckles to himself. Sorry, it was the
Amir, you start to
Kitten,
question where he's
fuck.
taking you as you start to see
Where
like
he
red
come-
light district, scantily clad people in windows.
Zedicus turns around. My bad, wrong spot. Got the bar's names confused. And he starts walking towards the kitten.
Like, you do anything on the way to the ship?
Nothing in particular. Kind of keep an eye out for Fink. Would I have noticed his sword walking out with like a 17 passive perception because I wasn't actively looking for it, but
Fink left his sword in the ground?
I thought he did.
I did.
Yeah, but when the sword gets a certain distance from him, it kind of disappears into the space where it's kept.
Gotcha.
Because of his class.
I seized the blind man. No, just to keep an eye out for Fink.
So if I think was walking off as quickly as I assumed he was walking off, by the time you asked your questions, saw the horse lady was like, and left, Fink would have rounded a couple corners and been more than 120 feet away.
Yeah.
I wanted to be out of there fast.
Yeah, so I imagine Fink dipped. So by the time you got to the street, that you'd probably just seen like an inky bluish, like a foam green cloud, where his blade had just been a moment ago.
That's interesting.
You see, it's very faint and it's very and it dissipates very quickly. So it's almost like your mind might have been playing tricks on you. How strong was that drink?
I don't know. Fuck.
And you do anything but just keeping an eye out for Fink?
Yeah.
Roll.
Anybody I might recognize?
Roll a perception check. Fink, what are you doing? You're getting the dipping out. Gonna jump back and forth, everybody.
I am attempting to find the if I find any like people in blue or like people in yellow, I will walk up to them and ask them directions to the central western district.
Yeah. No. South Central.
South Central. Yeah. South Central.
South Central Haven.
South Central Haven. Yeah. I'll ask them for direction where that was.
A couple people inform you. You're like a day's walk that way. Half a day's carriage ride. You know, if you got a horse, get on one of the thicker streets here. About a day's walk. You know, and they point you in that direction, and they give you landmarks that you can continue to follow. You could always, like, above the buildings, you could always see a mountain range. Always keep that mountain, like, on your back or over your right shoulder.
How much would a horse cost me? Or a carriage?
You asking so people, you'd have to, like, find a stable. People walking around here clearly don't know how much a horse would cost, else they probably wouldn't be walking around here.
Aye. Well, I'll keep my eye out for a stable along the way, but I'm just gonna walk there.
And so continuing to walk.
I got a 25 on that perception check.
That's really a perception check. Okay.
I have a +7, so.
Crack, roll me a perception check and a stealth check.
Two things I'm very good at.
Calico, you're being followed by a guy.
I'm being followed by somebody?
Yeah, you don't recognize him, but somebody's following you.
Huh.
What was perception?
Good night.
Stealth for Crack.
Perception is 18. Stealth is a 1.
Wow.
Wait, like natural
Oh.
one?
No, as in I rolled a 3 and minus 2.
Wow.
Oh, wait, no, I have a +2. I'm sorry, 5.
Okay.
Oh.
Still not great.
No. What was your
Not
perception?
a 1.
What was the perception check? The one before that?
18.
You notice that the guy that's following Calico has noticed you, and you notice that Calico has noticed you. Calico, you notice the guy, and he notices you noticing him. So the three of you are now. You notice that this guy is following you, and that rack guy is following.
You're now in a Mexican standoff, except with walking.
Can I dash around a corner, wild shape into a spider, and climb up the closest building?
Can you what?
Can I dash around a corner, wild shape into a spider, and climb up a building?
Spiders move really slow, but
That's true. A cat.
You could,
A calico cat.
if you wished.
And I'm gonna try and get up on top of the buildings.
Wait a minute, there's no cats in this side of the neighborhood? Or in this side of the neighborhood?
Roll a stealth check.
Stealth?
Yeah, just because you're trying to be out of sight when you do it, so he doesn't like try and squish you as a spider, right?
Well, I want to turn into a cat because spiders are slow as shit. And get the fuck out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If he catches you as a cat,
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you could always wild shape back, but
it would be, yeah. So
You could
stealth roll.
wild shape into a bear and maul the man.
I'm not about to get. I'm not about to get arrested right now. Okay?
well, it was a wild bear. You're not a wild bear.
Exactly.
He's a lot.
You are a wild
That
bear.
is true.
No, come on. Just what are you doing? Quickly. You gotta
Stealth,
jump to other
alright.
people.
Okay. So I would get the cat's stealth modifier, right?
No, this is you gotta run and stealth before turning into a cat.
Okay. Okay. So
'Cause
an
once you're a
18.
cat, he's not gonna be like, holy shit, he's a cat. But if he sees you become a cat, he's gonna be like, really? Really?
18.
So
I
you
mean, you
dart
get off
behind
the
an alley.
fence.
Farquaad, you watch this guy dart up to try and catch up to the alley. He rolled a 13. Your stealth is better than his perception. He did not see you transform. As he gets to the alley, you're already behind a can, like in cat form. And you just come walking out as a cat, look at him and go,
Just like-
meow, bitch.
I'm gonna go
And
sit
keep
on-
walking.
I'm gonna go sit on the turtle man's. I'm gonna walk.
Turns,
up to
he's
the
like,
turtle
meow, bitch. Did that cat just say bitch?
man. Meow.
That fucking cat just talked.
Like bitch. Bitch.
Once again, what the fuck was in those drinks?
The man darts up. You see him look around. He's like, son of a. And he continues walking towards the docks.
And I'm gonna, as a cat, walk up to the turtle man and attempt to climb up him if he allows me.
Eyeballing the guy walking to the docks. I swat at the cat and tell it to go away.
Meow. Meow.
Get the fuck.
Meow.
The really persistent cat. Like you swatted it, it rolls it, you hit it, it rolls around, tumbles, hits the wall, gets back up, comes back over. Row!
Meow.
I'm gonna try and
I said,
punch the
bitch.
cat away.
Punt
You know
the
what?
cat away. Okay. Roll
the
the. What's your melee damage? Your unarmed strike.
Oh,
You punt the cat.
It's 1d4 plus my strength modifier.
So roll a.
He
D4
is a
plus-
Ninja Turtle and or Uguay.
Roll a
Uguay.
d4 plus your strength
He's
modifier.
a monk. Okay, are you a monk?
Me? No.
It's a
Aw.
D4 plus your strength, right?
Oh, he's using his claws. Okay.
Yeah. 7.
A cat does not have 7 hit points.
No, it's got 2. The average is 2.
So, you turn back into yourself and you take 5 points of damage as he kicked you in the ribs. Like hard
God.
football punt like kick. Oh.
Like, did you see the cat turn back into a
Like
druid
it's
midair?
gonna leave a bruise.
Ow!
What are you doing?
Fucking, God damn it! Follow me and hide.
You realize there's a man following you, right? Those people want to kill you. Or at least rob you.
I know. Keep your head down. That's what. And I'm gonna like, we gotta sneak to the ship, or see if anybody's
the
watching.
man continues walking off and he's looking around like where could he get? Where could he? Damn it! What? Damn it! Before you
gonna-
eventually lose sight of him, or you attempting to follow him.
No,
Ooh.
I will go away from him.
true genius. Follow the follower, motherfucker.
That I'm not the stealthiest person.
I'm not the stealthiest person.
You're stealthy enough to turn to a cat, but you're much of a jackass not to turn back to talk to a person.
I was trying to stay hidden.
Yeah.
So you immediately go down a different street. Take a couple turns, start walking to the docks that way.
Yeah. And being extra, like keeping an eye out for anybody else who be following us.
You just noticed that you rolled a really high perception. You only noticed that one guy. There was nobody else following. There was nobody else to notice. Get back to the ship. Mr. Howell and Adder are on the ship currently.
Sweet. I'm gonna see if Mr. Howell has anything.
Oh, and Scotty.
I'm gonna see if Dr. House has anything for the pain in my ribs.
Yes, he gives you like a root to
It's-
suck on for pain.
Thank you. And I invite the turtle man under the. Come, let's go. We'll sit downstairs and have a drink and discuss.
Sure.
And I will gladly accept that leave. Thank you.
It's a root, not a leaf.
Oh, I'm sorry, the root.
Clarification. And
The root.
so as these guys have made it back to the ship, nobody saw where that individual that was following you went. We'll jump back to you two have arrived at the Confused Kitty. Not hard asking around. You're in the richer part of the slums, so successful gangsters, the mob bosses, the lieutenants, the hitmen. Leadership lives and works in this area, and this would be their place of fine eloquence. The place
Go
is
up to
nice.
the bar.
There are a few number of people, couple in suits. But you head up to the bar. Bartender
barkeep?
takes a moment, but eventually comes around to serving you. How can I help you?
I ordered 2 ales, and I asked him if he doesn't happen to know if anyone is looking for a decent medic around here.
I have no idea. And we don't serve ale here.
Then what do you have?
The finer commodities. Whiskies, brandies, scotch, wine.
Ooh, get yourself some of that nice.
If you cannot afford the finer luxuries, perhaps you should go somewhere more suited to your
I'll
tolerance.
take 2 of your finest scotches, please.
Oh yeah.
That'll be
Zeticus
5 gold
pulls out a
pieces
few platinum. Zeticus puts a platinum on the ground or on the desk.
Where? Where did you get plat from?
You don't know Zeticus's past, and not a one of you have fucking asked. Maybe you should wonder about what Zeticus does.
He does know the red light district pretty well.
Well, that's just because I go to visit your mother a lot.
As you do reach into your coin pouch, this is the second to last piece of platinum you have in that pouch, and you have maybe a fistful of gold left. You haven't exactly been making money in the last few months, you know what I mean?
Entirely.
But drinks are provided. Brought out. Man takes your platinum piece. 2 drinks.
I take it and go get a bar or a booth in the back and roll a perception check and see what I can see and listen to.
Roll a perception. Amir.
Is that a fart?
Yes.
No, it was my
The
thing rolling on my
scotch
laptop.
is nice. Finer than any alcohol you've ever had. Rich. Got flavors in it. Smoky. Tasty. Strong.
strong to the point I need to roll?
No,
Something?
no, just good strong. You're fine for the moment. Well, your constitution isn't negative, right?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
you're good.
Zed sips it slowly, just noted.
It is. It does taste very good. It's finer, imported, illegal things.
You better take your time sipping it. You just drop a third of your money on it.
Guys, you really don't know how.
I do know. I just said it. I do know how rich you
You
are.
should know. No, not that. Like, you should know some of Zed's backstory.
So yeah, Vez would sip it because he's never had hard liquor. He doesn't know that you're supposed to drink it all at once. So sometimes.
Well, no, it's more like a sipping scotch.
Yeah, they're sipping alcohols.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fine scotch like this you sip.
Like,
One of those nice little things. Oh, by the way, my perception is 20 was modified.
You don't hear anything, as everybody seems to be in a whispered tone, and there's this beautiful female elf, half elf, elegant red hair. She's singing, and playing some kind of like harp, and she's singing softly, but just enough to give tone, a sense of atmosphere.
Okay. What? Who's in the bar? Who's all in the bar, people wise? Give me like a description of whom.
There are a few groups of people. A group of 3 individuals, all wearing what look like very nice suits of some kind. It looks like there's a couple out on a date. Male and female individuals.
I'm half closed.
Oh, that was it.
No, sorry. I'm just
yeah, sorry.
I'm
thought.
looking.
Yeah, I thought you were going for more too. That's why I hadn't said anything yet.
There are the 3 individuals wearing suits.
The people on the date.
There is a couple, or what looked like a couple, on a date. And I have art I wanted to use for this. I'm just struggling to find it.
So,
These people.
so, what brings you to this part of this neck of the woods?
This group, the kitty group. No, that's the wrong chat. PCs. Here we go. These are the people that you would see, other than the couple on the date, and these are other heads that fill the room. There's a couple. There is a group of 3 individuals wearing nice suits, and a splattering of other people. 2 fine ladies, fine dressed gentlemen, some of which seem to possibly not have come here together, but have wound up in one another's company throughout the evening.
Hmm.
If I could map, that would also be nice, but my notes are a little of a mess right now. But what would you like to do? You've looked around. What are you looking for?
Hoping I could find some rather rich people to talk to regarding healing. But it seems like the best group of that would be the people in suits.
You wish to talk to the 3 individuals sitting at a table in suits?
What type of suits are they in?
Some kind of fine leather. They got these fine white cloth shirts, ties, these fine leather vests, some kind of nice, almost deer skin coat of some kind. One of them's wearing a hat. One of them has their hair slicked back. You don't see a weapon on any of them.
Something catch your eye there, lad?
Several. Just thinking of various ways to approach the situation.
As Vez turns around into the direction you're looking. And what situation would that be?
You see, men in that nice attire, without weapons like that, are bound to take wounds that need healed. And they tend to pay a lot of money to get those boo-boos kissed.
Ah, I
It's
see what you're
just
putting down there.
sizing up the man on the appropriate way to go about that conversation.
And abruptly, like a shattering of atmosphere, a bright pink, magenta-colored tiefling, female, barely dressed, slovenly drunk at this point, comes walking in, holding her own. She reeks of alcohol. She's walking fairly fine. She's being followed by a mountain of a man with like electrical scars across his from his arms, all across his arms, from his shoulder to his wrists. 2 individuals you recognize.
So Magenta Mamon.
Yes. They come hammering their way in, loud, obnoxious.
Well, it looks like things are about to get a bit more interesting. I think you may be getting a bit more chances on your healing right now.
Do me a favor. If they do start something, you take them off. I'll settle it here. Sound decent?
Say that one more time. You cut out for me.
Red says, do start something. You take them back to the ship. I'll settle things here.
Now that I think about it, what the heck is...
Magenta actually walks up to the bar to one of the gentlemen who were trying to hit on one of the other ladies and sits on his lap, wraps her arm around, and almost like forces his face against her breast. And she's like, "Totally gonna buy me a drink, right? Awesome. Round for me on him." She's like,
So you would have a chance to respond?
running his hand through her hair. The bartender kind of looks, and the gentleman's like, "Just do what the tiefling woman with the tit in my face said. Do it."
You'll be smothered by the pillowy goodness. Not
I'm
sure
going to
that's
the
a
special
bad
hell.
way to die.
I'm going to the special hell.
You're going to the what the hell?
Special hell? Firefly? No? No one?
Are you telling us that you're a furry?
It's hell for special ed students.
No. You guys just need to watch classic literature. That's not literature. You know what I mean.
Yeah, Mr. Clever.
You
Tell
guys
me
just need
what
to
do you
watch
mean?
good culture. Understand pop culture.
It's an oxymoron. You just said classic and then pop culture. Contradicting
Well, it is
yourself.
pop culture, but it's classic. Classic sci-fi. But technically it's pop culture.
Your insults suck. Just go do what you're doing. Just do it.
If I wanted your opinion, I would have asked for it.
Is it better than your classic literature?
Better than your garbage attitude.
Bro, just come on.
Mamoon heavily sits down at the bar, scrabbles together copper pieces and some silver pieces, enough to buy the worst drink on the menu for 3 gold. What are you guys doing?
What kind of? Do we have any kind of ale on the ship? I'm gonna.
Not to my knowledge. That'd be up to
Yeah, because I don't.
chef.
I'm gonna look through the ship. Without rummaging through personal areas, because that would be intrusive.
I mean, I'm sure Richter said something about that, and that'd be something to ask your first mate, but he's not on the ship at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a look for.
Mr. Howell has some very fine whiskey, but it's for medical purposes.
Yeah.
It's not like
Well,
medical whiskey. Well, no, it's more like I've done all I can do. Drink this.
Oh, numb the pain.
Well, not really. No, yeah, we just it thins the blood. If you're bleeding out and there's nothing a surgeon can do for you, it would make you bleed out faster and painless or with less pain. I wouldn't say painlessly. It would help fight the cold sensation inside your body if you're loss of blood because the burning sensation of the whiskey.
Hey, Mr. Howell, I know it's a long shot, but could I steal a couple shots of that whiskey?
He pours himself like a nice Scotch glass full of it. You can have the bottle. I plan on picking more up before we leave.
Thank you very much. And I
You are the captain.
This is true. Figured I'd be respectful. Damn. And I grab the bottle and head back to my turtle friend. Tortellini.
He has a name.
Yeah, and I haven't asked it yet.
Good.
That's what the plan was over the drink. We'll grab a couple of mugs, pour some whiskey in the bottom. He's like, "So, I never caught your name." As I'm handing him a glass.
I take the glass. My name's Crack.
Crack.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I am Captain Calico Jack at your service. And I
Captain, huh?
stand up and, I stand up and bow a little bit.
I give him untrusted eye. So this is your ship.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hand of a god.
And what is it that you do on this ship?
What is it
Well-
that the captain does on this ship? Yes.
What do I do on this ship? I steer it.
You don't have a navigator?
I mean, I do, but I do
Not what
enjoy.
you do on this ship. What do you do?
I
What
know,
would
I'm
my
sorry.
job be? Obviously,
Uh,
this is your ship, what a captain does.
No, we actually, I'm still kind of figuring that one out, huh? We'll figure.
Look, I'm strong. I can fuck shit up. If you need me to run security, I can run security. If you need me to move, I can move things. I'm not a ship pilot. I don't draw maps.
You're good at picking up heavy things, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. You can be my second bodyguard. I mean, bosun.
Bodyguard.
Yeah. So what we do is we just kind of split the loot evenly we get from the odd jobs that we do. So
I'm used to odd jobs. I've been a mercenary.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, exactly.
You look like you've made yourselves a few enemies.
Yeah, there's a lot to that, but I think it has something to do with some people who had me enslaved in my past. Whole spiel. I take a big sip from my whiskey.
Halfling man comes in. Oi, Captain. I heard that you just got a bottle of whiskey off Howell. You think I could get me a slug off that?
Grab a glass, and I hold up the bottle.
Yeah, you're scrambling into the kitchen and Roman just does. Where the fuck does he put the glass? There it is. Come back out. I had to get a step stool and everything, that tall motherfucker.
Huh?
I said I had to get a step stool to reach this, that tall motherfucker. You think he bought consider it?
Hey, you should, I'll bring it up to him. Ask him I'll bring it up to him. And I hand him the bottle.
Calls himself a shot. Oh, so what y'all talking about?
I was looking at a new crew member. Hello, I don't point to this guy.
Oh, you're new here. Right, he's not just somebody we're having like a meeting with.
Yeah, call me Crack.
Like
Cocaine.
like in the hole? Like a crack in the hole or like in the ocean?
Sure. Like a crack in the hull of the ship.
Like a crack in a rock.
Like pure fine crack cocaine.
Alright, Crack. Welcome to have you aboard. Have you met all the other weirdos?
No. This man offered me a job in the bar.
A really aggressive tiefling woman we keep around here. She's a navigator. She's in a relationship, he's using air quotes, with the red tiefling fellow we keep around here.
And when he
He's,
says relationship, I do air quotes just to be a dick.
Fuck, he's already threatened to cut me. Or twice. Or tell me stay away from this woman. She's the one walking around half dressed. It's not my fault.
He gave me the stank eye in the bar when I offered him a job. I don't know.
No, I don't think it was a stink eye because you offered me a job. It was something else you said.
No, not you. The tiefling man that he's talking about, Adder.
Oh, right.
Hey, well, thanks for the drink. I gotta get back to work. Rushes back upstairs. Cup still in hand.
Sloshing dangerously towards the sides.
Yes.
So we gotta go.
Uh,
That man who was following me look like?
What?
You
Like,
didn't
tell him?
You didn't recognize him.
So he wasn't anybody that I. Was he wearing any kind of like identifying marks or?
You recognize the symbol on his armor was the Carver crew.
Gotcha. Fuck. Who's still on the ship? It's.
You don't recognize every member of the Carver crew.
Yeah, but no. As long as I know that, as long as I knew what crew he came from, so I know for sure. Oh, excuse me. Shit.
So, while you guys are having a conversation in the galley, anything else you'd like to ask each other before we jump back to the confused kitty?
Do I have somewhere to stay?
Yeah,
Fairly sure if you look at the maps.
I'll show him the rooms that are free.
Right, is it in maps?
I think it's in maps. It should be
The
public.
second one up from maps is one of a ship. All of
The one with all
the
the-
colored sections are taken rooms. The one without colors aren't taken. So between the gray and the blue, there's an open room. Literally on the deck you're on. You guys went just below deck.
Are all these pictures of the boat the same boat?
Yes. You have the
it's
very
just-
top deck. Then you have the if you remove this, the very top, you have the mid top.
Yeah, right now we would be on the third.
Third photo, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
On the
considered
right
the
side
second
towards
deck,
the kitchen.
because you have
Yes.
the main deck, the upper decks, the second deck, and then the cargo hold.
So the main deck, the upper deck, the second deck, and the cargo.
Oh, so between the blue and the gray? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah. So I literally just like point across the table there, that one there. You can claim as your own if you'd like. There's also some down in the cargo hold, but they're not quite as large.
very true.
All right, I finish my drink and I go in.
Go in your room and start moving stuff about.
Yeah.
Jump back to the confused kitty. This man has bought Magenta a ton of drinks.
How many?
You guys haven't really been counting. What are you guys doing while this is happening?
I'm gonna watch this progress because I have a feeling this is going to end. And
I'm just
If I'm
waiting
not
for Adder to
mistaken-
come in.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like, if I'm not mistaken,
Adam's-
Adam's not around, is he?
You said he was on the ship, right?
He is on the ship.
Gotcha. Can I
I
ask
thought
him if
Adder
he
was
can
back
come
at the
out?
bar we were at last.
He was at the bar with you, but he left early.
Oh. He talked with Cass afterwards. Oh well.
Sorry, I know it was just in my thing.
Yes,
Can I ask him
after
to
sitting
look
at the
out?
table, he whispered into Casper's ear and then left. I specified that.
Yeah, I just want to ask him to keep lookout. Because there were some shady people following me.
Seems like the
Okay,
perceptive type
well,
of.
you wish me to keep lookout. Perhaps I should inform you that earlier I saw the harbor master pointing at our ship while talking to a gentleman. Um, about, I don't know, 10 minutes ago?
What did he look like?
The gentleman, it was, they were a couple docks down, but, just an ordinary looking fellow, scraggly hair,
I'll be back.
no real significantly identifying markers I could tell you about. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you. And I will head down to my quarter.
And back to the confused kitty. Confused kitty.
How many more of these? So how much do you think she'll be able to put down before she hits the ground?
Computer,
That's what I'm
stop.
thinking myself currently.
Well, as you're thinking this, after probably the fourth or fifth drink, he and her get up and leave the bar together. Moon slowly finishing the one drink he's been nursing. A woman does sit next to him. No, yes, and buy him a second drink. And she's like, "So your friend just stole the man that was flirting with me." Seems to be some kind of light conversation between the two of them. So what are you two doing?
Well, that seems to handle itself for that. I've been meaning to ask, what did you do before he ended up joining our group?
Me?
Yeah.
Everything. It's something. I've probably done it for several years. You do realize I'm like 60, right? Zedicus says in full plate now, where you can clearly not tell whatsoever that he looks 60, as you haven't seen him
Yeah,
ever.
like for the most part, you've kept your helmet on, right?
Oh, you haven't even seen his skin. Just saying.
Okay, you're cutting
Like
in and out.
he
Try saying that
fully.
again?
Oh, 1 second. There, sorry, it says my phone shut off. For my phone went in sleep mode. Zedicus hasn't even shown you in his skin. Like literally, like he keeps all his shit covered. Just saying.
Okay, but yeah, you said a little bit of everything, and then you followed up with this said being about 60 years old, but to my resort would be, I've never seen you without your helmet, so I've never really had the chance to figure out how old you are.
Touche. Then again, no one's seen you without this helmet in over a year. And I have zero interest in changing that now.
Zero interest in what?
Changing that now.
Oh, changing that now. I'll teach that on. There's still some things I'm not always comfortable with sharing, but before I was here, I used to be a hunter for my clan. Quite often visit the outskirts of the forest, but never really got that far to human territories.
Most
We
of them
did
are at
have.
war with one another.
Hmm?
When you say
For the
human
most part.
territories, Zedicus says most of them are at war with each other.
Yeah, that's what my village elder kept saying, that there was much conflict in the human realms.
Yeah, there is. They really can't stop fighting for anything. Period.
And we only recently started mending relationships with a band of kobolds that lived in the nearby mountain. That was, well, Bez looks slightly pained at saying this. There was an attack on the area surrounding the forest and the mountainside, so I don't really know what's going on with the kobolds at this point.
How long ago?
Bez briefly looks up and thinks to himself. If we're counting the time we were on the ship, I'd say it's been about a month's past at this point.
Then why, pray tell, in the hell did we go here? This hellhole of a town when we should have gone and been looking there and seen if we could actually make a damn difference.
Okay, you're gonna have to say that. You're cutting in and out for me.
I think it's just for you. Try leaving and rejoining. I heard him.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it for anybody else?
No.
Okay, then yeah.
Try leaving and rejoining it.
Okay.
Mamoon thanks the woman for a drink and heads out.
Meow.
Yes.
Did you say something after Moon thanks her for her drink?
He walks out.
Okay. The walks out broke out, but I didn't have to say anything else after that. Okay. You back?
Yeah, I'm back. What'd you say earlier?
Okay. Zedek said, then why did we come here to this hellhole of a town where not too much can be accomplished right now when we could have gone and been looking for your people and made sure everything was okay, which would have been something that is A, time relevant, and B, a much more important quest than coming to this, as he says under his breath, pirate-ridden hellhole that is likely to end us all being killed.
Well, for one, as Vez points to the package that you have with you still, we still need to get that delivered. And I know what happened to my people. And there's no getting them back at this point. My
Wow.
last task I had from them was to deliver a message to the nearest human settlement, and I gave it to excuse me, I'm checking my notes real quick for the captain's name.
Right thing?
Selena.
Selena. For the most part, the majority of what I know took place is that a group in some odd robing had attacked my village and said that they were going to be sacrificed for something greater.
What was the last word?
That my village was being sacrificed for something greater than them.
Sounds exactly like something we should go and prevent and or avenge.
Well, I've been more than willing to be hunting those that attacked my village, but I think we still need to figure out this delivery.
Yes, this delivery is to a bunch of rich people. The fun thing about rich people is they hate it, but they will wait. They'll bitch about it too, but they will wait. And all this package has is trouble written on it. From every angle.
As Vez is looking inquisitively at the box.
The box is put up where no one can see it. He just says this package and pats like his pocket.
Okay.
Or a leather satchel.
How
Which
long
isn't
are you
even where
guys
it's at.
sitting in the use kitty?
How long would
Does that whole instance with her take?
About an hour before she leaves. And it's been maybe 20 minutes since she's left.
What time is it overall in a day?
It's approaching late evening. Twilight has left the sky and it's starting to get dark.
Let's get back to the ship. We can figure out our next task for tomorrow.
About 8:30, 9-ish, you come leaving the confused kitty, and you see the man that Magenta left with. He's got a blood dripping down his forehead, a huge weltering headache. He's naked. He's still got his pants on. He's still got underwear.
And he just, this is upon leaving
They don't look like they were his underwear. They got a hole in them.
This is upon leaving the sleeping kitty.
Probably
and
homeless.
Confused kitty.
This is as you're leaving, yeah. The guy's wandering about. Where'd that lady go? Oh, my head. Has anybody seen this pink tiefling? She mugged me.
Does Zed do anything about it?
Yeah, that's what Zed was debating. Zed does not say anything to him, but he continues moving.
Okay,
Vez is
so
right
we just
behind.
walk off. Walk past.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that you were friends, so it's not like anybody would have any questions.
Yet.
So, you head back towards the sheep.
Yeah.
To the sheep.
So as you're walking back to the
The
ship,
sheep.
we
The sheep
cut
is
to
on
the ship.
fire.
As Fink has spent the entire day walking towards the walls of South Central Haven.
At about this time, I'd be looking for place to sleep or something like that. And if I didn't come across any stables or anything on the way over here.
Oh, so you've left like the group?
Yeah, I'm going off to
Do his own thing
Pace
at the moment.
back.
looking for a place to possibly sleep. You can see there aren't many inns near the walls of town, but there are a lot of like these are slums. A lot of like bum holes. That's weird.
I get what you mean, though.
Oh yeah, like a homeless hideout. There we go. That's a good one. You know, homeless alleys. Bunches of people sleep at night. It won't be hard to find an alley or something to sleep in with a hobo fire to keep you warm.
Yep. Well, in that case, I'll just once it starts to get a bit too late, I'll duck into one of those alleys.
But on the ship, you guys are drinking. Any other questions or things you'd like to talk about before these Zed and Mira arrive? Well, it's just the two of you.
Crack. Jack.
Oh no, I'm still in my room.
Cricket, 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 cricket.
As I just realized that their names rhyme now.
Thank you, Dr. Seuss.
How do you just realize that? So as time passes, you end up. What do you do in your room? How long that take?
I'm just laying down in bed picking my fingernails with a hatchet.
You end up hearing some noise as if people were coming back to the ship. Jack, you also hear what sounds like Zed and Amir returning. A few moments after they return, you hear maybe 40 feet off on the docks what sounds like Magenta drunkenly stumbling into Mamoon. Hey, there you are! Help me get back on the ship, man. I've had a long day. Look, I dislocated my knuckle on that pretty guy's face. Whistle cat, pop it back in. And they come stumbling up about 40 minutes later.
Oh, so they show up after we get to the ship?
After you guys get onto the ship, like Jack and Rack have heard you guys entering the ship, and I assume come up from down below. If not, who cares? But you've heard Vez and Amir walking across the gangplank. Vez and Amir, Zed and Amir. Zed isn't exactly quiet. His full plate armor is very loud and heavy.
Chink, 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 chink.
Nor does he try to be.
You guys do hear a commotion above deck. People returning. What do you do?
I guess I come out to meet the rest of the crew. Is what's his name talking? I can't hear him.
What's his name?
The guy on the boat with me, Taco.
Jack.
Taco.
He's muted at the moment.
Okay, makes sense.
Alico, Captain.
Or meanwhile on the gangplank. So you said you were doing a bit of everything, but how do you manage that? Like, what's your preferred?
Wait, what? Sorry.
What would you say you're proficient at?
We have to be a little bit more specific. Proficiency in what category?
No, but
Zed's already said he's a universal pocket knife. He can do damn near anything. Most things with moderate proficiency. Now, some things he is very good at.
That's what Vez was asking. He says, you said you're proficient at many, but what is your most preferred proficiency?
Oh, justice.
Oh my fucking god.
Zed's Batman.
You hear that as you're walking up on the deck.
Ugh. I say, so you're the rest of the crew. Nice to meet you. And I sit down somewhere, still with my cup of ale.
Quick question: did we see him on our way out, or did he show up after we left the drunken guru?
You saw him and Jack go to the bar, and Jack bought him a drink. Then you guys left. Then Jack left. You didn't see Jack. But you saw him come in, you saw Jack buy him a drink. You didn't hear him speak, or you didn't talk to him at all. But you did see him once in Jack's company at the bar. And Jack...
Hi, my name's Jack,
off.
and I'm on the boat now. Hi, guys.
He did say he'd be back in a minute.
He did.
Jack off.
Your Uncle
He is
Jack
hoping to
helps
get
you
a
off an
fucking-
elephant. Will you help your Uncle Jack off an elephant?
What say he'd be back too?
I said my piece. You can't hear me?
Oh no, I hear you. Said what?
I said hi to them. I sat down.
Oh right, yes. The turtle man walks up, says hello, and sits down on a turned over crate. The crate kind of a little.
To which Vez gives a brief bow and he says, I remember you were at the drunken guru earlier today, talking with our captain.
Taking a swig.
Yes, that's the captain. He's hired me to do. I don't even know what yet.
He doesn't even know what yet. It's nice to meet you. Zedicus. Zulzaran.
Vez Emir.
No, I don't do magic.
Who said anything about magic?
Didn't you just try to cast a spell?
No. That's my name. Trust me, if I was going to cast a spell on you, you would be acutely aware of it.
The turtle laughs and cocks his head back and finishes his glass.
It's a good name. I'm Crack.
Simple. I like it. Zedicus says as he turns and goes to find the captain.
Well, I've no idea where the captain is, so you can't find him.
He's been
Well,
spoiled by
that's
the
what he
boy.
does, because he wouldn't be standing there talking to the turtle anymore.
Well, you look around and you can't find him. So what do you do?
Then he'd go to his fucking room.
Not in there. Door's locked.
Little did you know there's a dimension door on the other side.
Wait, Taco can make dimensions?
No,
No.
Oh.
It's
just satire, I'm afraid.
No, look at you being all funny and whatnot.
No, he tries.
And then
And I will always love you. Okay. So you go to look for the captain. You can't find him. What do you do next?
Well, go tuck in for the night, I guess.
Amir, there's a turtle slowly sipping some whiskey on deck.
Faster than any other point. So what did you used to do before you ended up meeting my captain?
I fight. Whoever pays me to fight, I fight for them. Odd jobs, I do what I can. I'm just looking for money.
Well, I think
What do you do on the ship?
I'd be one of the deckhands. Make sure the rigging and everything else is functioning properly, so that way we can set sail. For before, as he pulls out his longbow, my business attribute was towards hunting.
No, I can't use bows.
And what do you prefer then?
I pull off my hammer behind my back. It's a large sledgehammer-like thing with a axe head on one side. I use this to crack things.
Ah, I see what you did there.
What I did where?
He's looking around. Where? What did I do? And you hear the drunken sounds of Magenta and Mamoon as they come back aboard around this time.
Ah, that looks like to be the rest of the crew. The Adder are around.
Adder comes out or climbs down from the crow's nest.
Oh, there you are, lad. I didn't know you came back to the ship so early.
Yeah, I have a habit of sneaking off. Kind of my thing.
Did you find anything interesting while you're still in the city?
Not entirely, no. But I didn't come down to talk to you. I came down to talk to my girlfriend. Kind of just walks past you.
The shade. What is he? What is Mamoon?
You know, is there not pictures of all these people?
I guess I haven't looked.
Check NPC art.
Yeah, I figured.
I know
No,
it's
just NPC. I'll pin the ones.
Ah. Does he have the sword on his back?
I'll rename them. Yes.
It's a fine weapon.
Yeah, I know. Killed a lot of things with it.
Ah. So there's another man on this boat. I guess I shouldn't say man because I'm not a man. Another
A woman? Are you a girl turtle? A girdle?
Girl turtle. You mean am I
weren't
a
a man.
girl turtle? I'm no man. I'm I don't know what to call myself. Fuck. What is creature? What is a creature of the sea? Some chicken of the sea,
Amphibian.
bitch.
Technically, he would be an amphibian. Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
But you're still a boy, that, right? So you're still a man,
course.
that. You're a man water thing. There are girl water things.
Yeah, but
If
in
they're
between me
not,
and you,
all those stories about my captain banging that mermaid were a lie.
look, I'm a turtle thing, but I still don't like the fish girls. They're
Too scaly, right? That's what I thought. I like my fish on a plate, not in my sheets.
you son of a bitch.
Well, I said fish, not turtles. They're different. No? Whoops. Drink? Starts to rummage through his pockets. I don't have any money. Hey, Magenta, get this guy a drink. She's jokingly. Hal keeps some whiskey.
Is that one yours?
No. She's a navigator for the ship.
Crack starts laughing. How are you supposed to fight anything when you're that drunk?
She starts laughing and falls to the ground. Like she's piggybacking on Mamoon. Like, and Mamoon's like 6.5 feet tall. And she starts laughing and falls off his shoulders and hits the
Looks
deck.
like she found the ground.
He's funny. That's what maps are for, silly.
They have maps, then why do they need you?
I make the maps.
To be fair, she did ensure that we made it across.
And hey, I found my way back to the ship.
Looks like you were carried back to the ship.
And technically found our way to, and he points 2 ships over, that ship.
You guys are all right.
And he's like, he scoops her above the ground and kind of like dumps her in Adder's arms, this red tiefling man. And he's like, I'll put her to sleep. He just kind of like, Adder not being the strongest is struggling to carry her. He's like, oh, fuck.
He's waddling there.
I got it. Nope, it's fine. Struggles to kick the door open. And Adder and Magenta disappear into a room.
Are we missing Taco and Bold?
At the moment, Bold is missing.
No, I'm
because
here.
Okay.
He's segregated his character, but Taco's missing because he's AFK.
I'm just waiting for any point in time when I get called in. I know you guys are doing
Right, I forgot you're not
action
here.
shit, and I'm walking to a place, so I know that you guys are gonna get more time. So I'm just sitting in the background.
Yeah, like
No, I forgot. No, you're right. I forgot that
it's a day's walk for you to get to where you're going. So they have like they had the day to kill. So as it's approaching night, you have reached the wall to South Central Haven. Continue adventuring into the night, or take one of these homeless alleys next to the wall and wait until morning.
I'd probably go till like 12 o'clock, and then I'd see if I could find a bumhole.
You could see where there used to be like gates. There were no gate. Whatever gate was there is long since broken, destroyed. The wall is cracked and fallen apart. And there are no security gates any longer between the region. And you stroll right through. You end up finding a homeless alley somewhere around midnight, just on the other side of the wall inside South Central Haven.
Yep. Well, I'll just pass the fuck out. Continue my journey to morning.
Running back to the ship, any conversations anybody would like to have?
Yeah, with the captain,
my-
cough, cough.
You do realize he's not here, right?
Yes, that's why I said cough, cough.
Oh, okay. Because you've been pushing aggressively for the captain.
Perhaps you
Is
could
it
pick a different option. Anything else you wish to do?
Wow, there's no one else here that I need. Well, I don't know.
Was there anyone else in the room with me? Am I still?
You're not in a room. You're on the top deck, so you're in the open air with Mamoon and Amir, I do believe.
No real people. No one real is up here.
Amir, Andy's character.
Hello.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, what are you talking about, then? At least I
So
believe
your captain, Calico Jack,
I
he
believe
was
that.
followed here from the bar. A centaur sent people after him. I don't know if you need to know that.
Minotaur.
Oh, Minotaur.
Oh, you're talking about the woman we saw at the bar earlier today.
Yeah, she was in the bar. Yeah, her.
They're just confirming when Fink was describing his past story as a pirate. He did mention that the woman has been hating on because she essentially screwed him out of the loot was a minotaur, right?
Yes, but there's no reason for you to assume that this is that Minotaur.
Okay.
Or the
just making
Minotaur you saw earlier was that Minotaur.
Like, huh.
Not all Minotaurs are the same.
Though it
Racist?
was said that she's in town right now.
Minotaurist. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could put it together. You could make that speculation. I'm just stating.
You don't know for a fact.
You don't know for a fact, yeah. Some who can recognize her and know who she is, they know for a fact, but they also didn't tell any of the other crew.
I was ready to beat him down, but I'm not trying to get arrested. Your stupid captain came to me as a cat. I hate cats. He's your captain. Why? He doesn't seem that. Never mind.
Is your captain what?
Do you have more ale?
You'd have to talk to Richter for that one. Though I don't believe I ever saw him leave the bar before us.
Right.
At this point, I'd say he's probably grabbing extra stock, but without any. Actually, let's go ahead and check down below deck, see if there's anything left.
Fantastic.
Don't know if there's any supplies currently on board. That would have to be Victor's responsibility.
Oh, that's
Nitrous,
Nitrous, right?
Yeah, and he's not here.
Yeah. Okay.
The internet just got shut off on him, so yeah.
Yeah. Right. I don't know that he was Richter, Mr. Richter.
And unfortunately, he's the one who's supposed to keep track of inventory, so we don't know if we even have ale.
Nice.
Unless, Meow, you happen to take note of it, and we were,
I have other things I need to keep note of. I can't keep note of your ship's inventory.
No, if I remember correctly from last game, he has a backpack full of jars, and he sold honey. So I think we're good.
I mean, we have more coin, but I don't believe we ever got ale.
Fuck.
But there's one other thing that Vez knows about. After looking around, at any point does Vez come across the alchemy jar? Alchemy jar.
It is in the kitchen. I do believe he left it in the kitchen. Be a hard thing for him to carry around with him. Fairly large jug.
Fair enough. I have one other idea. If he didn't get any more ale since our recent visit, there's only one other place I know for a fact we could get it. As Pierre starts leading you back up to the kitchen.
Gallon of wine.
For wine?
He shows you a magic jug that just makes wine.
Why do you need to restock when you have this thing?
It can only produce a certain amount a day. And since
Get more of these things.
I mean, you're not
Dozen of
wrong.
them.
You're not wrong. We could have 12 gallons of anything at that point. But,
It makes 12 gallons of anything?
No. Well, I don't know what he's telling you.
Well, I thought that was Mamoon talking to me from a distance.
Moon doesn't know.
Okay, no. So no, as far as I'm able to remember from last time we checked it out, it produces a gallon of almost any every other liquid. For the most part, I've seen Richter been filling jars of honey with it.
Any liquid. Like liquid gold?
I can't say I've tested it myself, but you came here for wine, didn't you?
But we can buy more wine with gold.
Vez looks around
He's
for a
not
container.
wrong.
Vez looks around for a container.
I do believe he brought the jars back to the ship, so there are lots of jars.
So yeah, Vez collects about 4 jars. Actually, not 4 jars, 5 jars. And picks up the jug and says, well, let's see if this works.
4 gallons of beer, 1 gallon of wine.
4 gallons of beer, 1 gallon of wine.
Yeah, well, the amounts of liquid: 8 ounces of acid, a half ounce of poison, 4 gallons of beer, 1 gallon of honey, 2 gallons of
1 bottle of
mayonnaise,
beer.
1 quart of oil, 2 gallons of vinegar, 8 gallons of fresh water, 12 gallons of salt water, and a gallon of wine. One of those a day.
So after
no
Vez's
gold.
failed attempt at liquid gold, and he says, "Do you still want the wine?"
Yeah, I'll take the wine.
Here's Vez starts filling jars of wine.
You guys should get a keg that makes gold.
The jar does not stop producing until it has produced up to an ounce, up to a gallon of wine. So you
Which
get
is why
a
Vez.
gallon of wine in jars. It's a lot of jars.
Yep.
You're idiot spilling it.
Grab
Licking
more
it up off the
jars.
table.
Grab more jars.
I start catching it with my mouth.
There's the jar right here. It's a big jar.
Chug.
Mamoon, Amir, and Cracker in the kitchen with an alchemy jug, chugging wine.
Reminds me of my days at Cap Alpha Beta.
I'd imagine Mamoon at some point in time
Mamoon-
throws the turtle
Mamoon-
off, lays down on the table in the same place,
Mamoon
and just goes,
Mamoon chugs a jar and then smashes the jar against his forehead. It was like he's crushing a can. Yeah!
I love your enthusiasm, pal, but you have glass currently sticking out of his head.
Yeah. Bit of blood. Bits of shit, flexing glass. He's like, yeah! This is great!
I love your enthusiasm there, but we did just get those jars. But please
Oh.
don't be breaking them. As Vez pulls a shard of glass out of his head. Shink.
Right.
This is gonna be fun though. As Vez is drinking some of the wine, realizing, shit, I'm gonna have to explain this one to Richter.
Broken glass and why his alchemy jug was used today.
But hey, we're all drinking wine and being merry at the moment, so. Amir, I'm gonna make note. Amir takes one of the jars of wine and leaves the other 3 to be drinking that night. Whereas Momo
You think
and-
each jar is a or each jar is like a quarter gallon?
It was never given a description of how large the jars were.
That's true. We'll say they're quarter gallon jars. Fuck
Did
it.
various jars.
They were
Some
of
could be
varying
4
sizes.
gallons, some could be like an ounce. Yeah.
Yeah, they were of all varying sizes. So, but we'll say you managed to get 4 of a decent size, similar to each other. Managed to fit a gallon in them.
So, just out of curiosity, what color is the wine?
Red.
Just
Fuck that
okay,
nasty
straight red.
white wine shit.
I was just curious. There are different color wines.
There are 2 colors of wine. Two. There's white wine.
Red.
And red
There
wine.
are 3 types of wine, 2 colors.
But 2 colors,
Red,
yeah.
white.
Red
and then
and white.
rosé,
and then-
but
yeah. Well, I guess there are more
Hey.
than 3 types, because there are more than 3 types. There's like a
well,
Is it
grape
dessert
wine,
wine?
a rice wine. There's like all different kinds of wines
yeah,
you can make.
but rice wine is a different beverage. That's sake.
Yeah, but it's still
Sake
considered a
is-
wine.
Well, yes, it is rice wine, but it is a different substance made
But it's
into
still
that.
it's still a wine though. Like grape wine is different than rice wine, but they're still made into a wine.
I calculate it by beverages, which
It's just a different name. It's still the same thing. You can grape wine fucking flubber knuckle. It's still wine.
Yeah, but they do have different effects. Like sake won't make you wake up with a hangover if you drink 8 bottles of it.
That's not true. It has alcohol in it. If you drink, anybody can get a hangover.
Trust me, my friend, it is very difficult to get a hangover on.
It has a low percentage, but it's still alcohol.
It's got 15%.
That's low.
I know that's low, but that's still like wine, and wine hangovers, you don't need much.
It's a lot of sugar. Dehydrates you more.
No, it's a lot of magnesium, and that's what gives you that fuck over in the next day in wine.
Still wine. Okay, it doesn't matter. This argument
Wine
sucks.
is wine, yeah. We're getting off topic here. Anybody else wish to do anything else that evening?
I want to take a jar of wine.
This has done so as well.
Mamoon will take one, leaving one extra jar of wine just sitting in the kitchen.
I don't know who got all these jars, but
Yeah, they were great. Just thank the captain. He really thinks ahead on things like this.
did he fall asleep?
Oh, he did say he was tired.
But he,
Somebody sent him a text message.
Did I ever get my hope?
Oh, taco.
Nelson! Nothing.
I did.
But if he is falling asleep, that would leave us another man down, and we could say that this first meeting of Crack went okay. And you all find yourselves getting drunk below deck on these jars of wine, having a great time. Amir, Crack, and Mamoon. A deckhand that Crack will probably be working with, because Mamoon also moves heavy things, so the two people that move crates off and on the ship will be cracking him. They'll be like, hey, yeah, help me grab the other side of this. Cool. Well, the rest of you skinny weaklings, I'll watch.
I actually do need to go.
So that's another person down?
Yeah,
And
no,
I guess
something came up.
I guess
And
we'll call
I
it
tried
there.
I tried calling him and sending him a text message. He didn't answer.
All right.
Yeah, he may
We'll
have
call
lost
that
that.
session there with you guys, getting to know each other over some wine, and then finding respite in
Peace.
some of your new beds, some of your beds for the last 7 days.